So yeah, it's interesting times out there. A lot of businesses, are dramatically affected by this. Uh, there's been some help from the government, different levels, federally and provincially. There's some relief coming. It's just hopefully the relief gets there in time for the businesses that need it. There's a lot of businesses that are struggling. And I know we were talking earlier about, who's struggling the most, and it's a catch-22. I mean, restaurants are certainly suffering, but they're available to take takeout or you pick up at the store as long as they have the facility to do that. Some restaurants don't, so they're completely closed. You have things like landscapers, gardeners, things like that are not a necessity. So, they're not deemed essential, therefore they're not supposed to be working. So those people are dealing with, turnover of a time period. For some that are like winter snowplow people, and then they're into the landscape this time of year. The winter's been over, other than today, but it's been over for a little bit, and these people aren't switching over to their next year. So, say who's suffering the most? It's most businesses out there. Period. The CERB we found is pretty straightforward. The CEBA, the CEBA, which is the business loan. Most of the members that we're talking to are finding that they're accessing that money within 2 to 3 days of actually filing for it. And for those that aren't familiar with it, that's the loan that the government is giving out right now to businesses, interest-free. It's $40,000. You have until December 31st, 2022 to pay it back. And if you do, there's no interest charge. And if you pay it back by that timeline, they'll forgive 25% of it, which means you're actually only paying back $30,000 of the 40 that you borrowed from them. So, I mean, that's a great benefit right now. It's a bit of influx for cash for those businesses that really need it. The other one that's coming out is the wage subsidy, which is the up to 75% of an employee's wage will be covered by the government, effective from March 15th on. Unfortunately, as much as they discussed it, the application is still not open, and tentatively it's supposed to open on the 27th of April. So, fairly soon, but hopefully soon enough for those people. And again, we don't even have the finals on how that's going to roll out. The presumptions that we've heard so far is that they'll actually be doing a direct deposit. So you'll show the payroll for the individual employees, then they will do a direct deposit, but we haven't got 100% confirmation on that. Every day something new is coming out. The government's looking to see who they may have been missing with these programs and things, and they keep upping the ante. Well, the preliminary numbers a couple of weeks ago from the feds, they're estimating that we could lose roughly 30% of the businesses out there. And in Barrie, as of last fall, there was over 8,000 registered businesses. So if you take that number into perspective, if their projections are right, that could be roughly 2,400 businesses that are lost in this city. And we're doing a lot of Zoom meetings, and I finish every one of those off by saying, now's the most important time ever to be shopping local, to supporting the local businesses' shops, whether you buy a gift card for them, whether you order something online, whether you buy a gift card and pass it out to somebody. But those businesses, they need the influx of cash right now. They need the cash flow, especially the smaller businesses. I think you're going to see a dramatic change across the board. I think over time, things like grocery stores and that will come back to some form of normalcy. What we're hearing right now already is businesses that have people that are now working from home. They're sitting back going, okay, hold on, this is working and it's working well. So they're not going to need the space that they've needed in the past. They might need, an office or two in a boardroom, but they're not going to need those 10, 15, 20 offices. So they're going to shrink the physical size of their business while still giving out the same type of service they did before. But you will see more people working likely from home. Just for all the businesses out there, it doesn't matter whether you're a chamber member or not, go to the chamber site, www.barriechamber.com. All the information is on there. We're proofing everything before we post it on our site because there's too many, misconceptions out there that people are posting and things that aren't true. You need to get to the bottom of this, and the chamber's doing that for you. We're doing the homework. So you don't need to be a chamber member to reach out to the chamber to get on the chamber site. We're here for all businesses. So if you got questions about any of the government grants, programs, anything that's out, we're putting it out as soon as it's posted. We have a special spot on our site for that. So you can find it, you can figure out how to access it. And if you're having any issues whatsoever, just call the chamber office. All the staff is working remotely. They're still answering their phones, their emails. We're here for all businesses in Barrie. For anybody that needs a hand, we're going to get you the answers to any questions you have.